Today's on fire, y'all.
Wait a minute, I just changed my mind. Fuck Steezy, bro. Steezy. What's like? You know what? The Steez?
Oh, the Steezy stories.
Steezy, Izzy, Steezy stories.
Yeah, that one works.
We did it. All right, this is Steezy Izzy,
Dirty Birdo.
and
Today we're doing something a little different with the current events happening. Our episode's going to be focused on the Black Lives Matter protests. So this is going to be a first part of a multi-part series. This episode, we're just going to be talking about the understanding the problems, what they are, how they happen, and why they are, pretty much.
and episode 2 is going to be talking about the solutions and how we can implement them together as a society.
Stay tuned.
We have to have empathy for cops. I mean, we know that a lot of cops are, they have a lot of issues out in violent neighborhoods, and they're used to seeing violence from certain people. And the problem that they have is they associate skin color. They say, oh, so and so was a certain skin color, and they attacked me once. So from now on, any person with that skin color, I'm going to treat the same. They're creating a stereotype and saying that anytime I see someone who looks like someone who attacked me, I'm gonna attack them first so that they don't attack me. And a lot of that is stemmed from PTSD. A lot of officers are too scared to accept the fact that they have PTSD, and
because it could cost you your job.
Exactly. And a lot of cops, well, the issues that they deal with are deeper than we think, because for them it's like, I'm putting my life out on the line for justice and for keeping the peace, but at the same time they've seen so much violence out on these streets that their trigger fingers itchy, because they're scared that what if this person attacks me, what if this person does this to me, what if this whatever. And instead of treating them like villains and saying that all cops are evil, we have to start thinking like, how can we help the cops so that they don't keep making the same mistake.
Like a soldier returning home from war, except this time their wars is every day on the streets. So we have to be understanding of that and be sympathetic in a way, where we can go, okay, I know somebody put you in danger, maybe your life was in, maybe they lost a friend, and now that's going to change your perspective. It's going to see it's going to change how you interact with people, how you do a stop, how you do it. It could be a routine stop. It's going to change it. And yes, of course, we're mad that there's murders, but we have to be understanding how that happens, because understanding how it happens is how we fix the problem.
The problem isn't just that it happened, it's that it happened and it doesn't get punished, or it doesn't get fixed. The laws don't change, everything stays the same.
And no one's held accountable.
Exactly. Nobody's taking responsibility for their actions, and you get a little pat on your back, like here's a bonus. You don't have to work anymore, and we're still gonna take care of you. Every time you kill somebody, there's always a way out. The issue that we have right now is we're dividing people into good and evil. We keep saying that this guy's bad and this guy's good. Cops are good, criminals are evil, right? But the problem is that there's some criminals that aren't bad. They did something, they disagreed with a law. That doesn't make them a bad person. They disagreed to a man-made law, something that they don't agree with. They went against it. They stood up for something. Now, there's people out there that do bad things. They're very violent. They're psychopaths, and certain people need to be separated from society because they're just gonna create more mayhem. But we're treating every single person that breaks a law like a bad person. So they're protesting against certain laws that were man-made. Same thing with certain cops. They're given certain laws that they have to abide, but just because they have a gun and a badge, they feel like they're above that law. They feel like I'm here to enforce that law, so you can't tell me what to do. Well, do I do what's right for America, or do I do what's right for my brothers? And people don't understand that. You know, like it's a tough decision they have to make. When you join the police force, if you don't have that sense of brotherhood, then one of you is getting shot. You know, the other cop's not going to be there to have your back. We're not taking into consideration this idea of brotherhood that's part of the, you know, the police state. You know what I mean? And the issue that we have is differentiating the two. People think that, you know, just because they're cops, you know, that they're good. We have to understand that there's cops out there that are abusing that power.
When does that mentality start affecting the work, the job?
Exactly. Because if you fight anger with more anger, they're going to be angry at us for saying, oh, well, you guys are getting violent, so we had no choice but to start pulling the trigger.
It's
and
defense, you know?
Exactly. So it's like, you're not going to listen to somebody who's yelling at you. If someone's coming at you to your face and starts yelling at you, are you going to take them seriously? Or are you going to double down on your beliefs and say, no, I'm right? Instead of doubling down and saying you're a piece of crap, saying like, look at the way that most people like Gandhi, like Jesus or whatever, like all these great figures in history that, you know, these religious leaders that actually made, you know, a difference in society. The reason they did is because they came at you with the truth, but they didn't backhand you with it. They didn't say like, hey, you got to listen to me. If not, you're going to jail, or we're going to kill you. It's like, because if we don't do this now, I mean, it's only escalating worse. I mean, the protests are getting worse every day. More cities are protesting. My city, last night, I just found out that there was a curfew at 7 o'clock for Fontana. I mean, every city is being a part of this, and we're tired of it. Like, we're tired of it. I feel like finally people are just getting to the point where they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, they don't want these issues to just be like, whatever, it's not a big deal, you know, we'll handle that later. Oh, this is just part of the system, we can't do this anymore. These problems, and start joining in together to come up with a common solution.
We just out here looking like the cutest couple. See, you look, during all this shit, you find time to relax.
Sometimes, you know, sometimes.
There's probably homeless pee all over this grass, but we don't care.
Is that why I'm so wet right now?
Right here at Grand Park, chilling in front of City Hall.
Friendly.
I've never seen Izzy so happy.